Ever since I arrived, it didn't take time to grow. The feeling was immediate. It's like people were speaking patois. So you know we speak patois in Jamaica.
That's why, yeah.
People were speaking patois and I couldn't understand it. It was weird. The flow, the rhythm, some of the words, like I understood it, but it's like I could hear my language and I couldn't understand my language.
Wow.
We call it bami in Jamaica, which is cassava, but you guys call it agbeli clacro. Oh, I knew I was home. If one Africa, no matter where we are, where we live, which African country we're in, which Caribbean country we are in, we have to fight for the motherland because a lot of Africans were taken to Jamaica from there, and they're from Abri Mountains. Visa-free travel for everyone who is melanated and has African ancestry. Visa-free travel, definitely between African countries because we know the borders are fake.
If you have a question that you think I should have asked you but I never asked you, what would be that question?
What's the healthcare like in Ghana?
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Me, Myself, and I. Epic it was. Remember to like and share to this amazing video. Today I'm here with this amazing, beautiful lady right here. But before she introduces herself, I really want to say a very big thank you, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and everything. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm here with
My name is Abena.
Abena from where?
I'm from the UK via Jamaica.
Jamaica. What going?
Hey, Midaya Wanton.
Hey, Midea, what happened? Eh. How is Ghana for you so?
Ghana for me is absolutely wonderful. I love it. It's not perfect, which is not the same as it being wonderful, but I love it. I love it here. It's very much like Jamaica, as people always say. So I feel like I'm at home.
How long have you felt like you are home?
Ever since I arrived, it didn't take time to grow. The feeling was immediate. Actually, before I came here, I felt like it was home. So I was coming home. I arrived and I was at home.
How did you get to know Ghana?
Well, because I'm a Pan Africanist, so I'm very interested in my people. I'm very interested in Africa, and I like the idea of Ghana. I like the year of return. I like that it was a deliberate act to get us to come home.
Do you think, as a Jamaican, do you think Ghanaians appreciate or accept the kind of person you are
Do they accept the kind of person I am?
as a Jamaican?
Well, we're very similar. Jamaicans and Ghanaians are very similar. Same miserable people, blessings, but it's a fact. We have our ways, we have our style, whether it be how we feel. We're like demonstrative people. And we like to express how we're feeling. So do I feel that people do accept me? At the same time, though, clearly I'm not from here. People can sense that I wasn't born here because my journey has taken me somewhere else. But acceptance is very much a thing here. Yeah, I think people are very open to people who are not born here. Yeah, and I'm a black woman, an African woman by birth. So yeah, I feel accepted. Yeah, absolutely. People are curious about me, but that's not a rejection of me. They're curious of me, where I come from, and my life before I was here. But acceptance, yes.
That is so amazing to get to know. Do Ghanaians understand Pan Africanism?
I think it depends on who you're talking to. There are some people who are very aware of their African history, of Pan Africanism, and the future of Africa. So depending on your philosophy, where you come from, who raised you, what the political climate was when you were raised, what school you went to, perhaps who your parents were. It depends on that. Will depend on how you are inclusive or understand Pan Africanism. Generally, I think people may not understand the political concept of it. Generally, but the idea that we are all one people, that we're Africans at home and abroad. Yes, actually, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Fundamentally, yes, people understand Pan Africanism. Yeah.
What are some of the culture shock in Ghana for you?
Culture shock.
Yeah.
That's a question. I'm not. Let me think about that. Culture shock. Do you know what cultural shocks there were?
Yeah.
How similar we were. That was shocking, and I know it doesn't make sense because intellectually I understand that I'm African. But the similarities are. It was like just like being in Jamaica. The food is similar, there's a food that we eat called we call it blue drawers,
Okay.
or ton cornmeal. Um, and here it's kenke.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so when I saw that, it was amazing. It was a beautiful shock.
Wow.
Also when I first came, it's like people were speaking patois. So we speak patois in Jamaica.
That's why. Yeah.
People were speaking patois, and I couldn't understand it. It was weird. The flow, the rhythm, some of the words, like I understood it, but it's like I could hear my language and I couldn't understand my language.
Whoa. Wow. Your own language, you could understand, but you could like, oh, is it for real?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a wonderful shock, but a confirmation that I'm African.
Wow.
Beautiful thing.
Wow, that is amazing to get to know about all those kind of things. You giving us like the culture shock. Tell us some of the things that are very similar to Ghana and Jamaica.
Well, another reason why we're similar is because we were colonized by the same people. So the idea of religion in Jamaica, there's a church on every corner,
Okay.
as there is in Ghana, a church on every corner,
Okay.
and a noisy church on every corner. Maybe not so much noisy in Jamaica, but there's a church everywhere. So
Everywhere.
the religion that was brought to us is, it's the same. So Christianity is rife, and I'll use that word, rife. Yeah, it's all over the place. So that's a similarity, but the food, the rhythm, the music, all similar. The color of our skin, the features of our faces, the way we do our hair, all very similar. It's the same, And I discovered the other day, we call it bami in Jamaica, which is cassava. But you guys call it agbeli clacro. Oh, I knew I was home. If I needed any more confirmation, when I found bami,
So you have Agbalakakro that is called in your place as
it's
well.
called bami.
Bame.
Yes, yeah, it's called bami. It's a different shape and it's a different size, but it's the same thing.
It's the same
Same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Wonderful. Visa-free travel.
Visa free.
Visa-free travel for everyone who is melanated and has African ancestry. Visa-free travel. I mean, definitely between African countries, because we know the borders are fake. They've been imposed on us, like the religion and like the medication, the medicine, right? So the way to us communicating with each other and feeling each other and being with each other, sometimes that's prevented by just the journey it would take for us to get from one country to the next one, and it's just up the road. So visa-free travel, I think, is really important. What else? Oh, the education system. Listen, we need to understand. Yeah, mommy, day I'm just we just hold it down, becoming a while, too much. But what I'm saying is, we need to teach the children their history, our history, because it's strong. It's the first. It's the initial. It's yeah. It's God, isn't it? So we need to teach our children about their history, so that their foundation is solid, is strong. And we need to teach the children to question the education that they've been given at the moment. They need to ask questions like, what has this got to do with me? How is this related to Africa? Why am I learning this? How will it serve me in the future? Why can't I learn Tree why can't I learn in Tree or the other languages? Why aren't there schools in those languages where children can go to? Why are we teaching French? Okay, I get it. English, okay, I get it. Because we need we need to be able to experience internationally as well. But if I was raised in the UK and there's nowhere that they're teaching African languages in primary school, it was not a choice. They're not even teaching patois in school in the UK. So Mandarin, like why? Why? We need to put ourselves first. Raise our children in their African history, because our children are amazing. Our children are amazing, and we need to nurture that and not kill it, which is what the European system of education will do. It will kill that, and it will manipulate them into thinking small, and reduce their capacity to ask questions and to expand their brain. We're amazing people, and all of the additional things that the religion, medication, all those things are about making us smaller, reducing us.
Do you know the history between Jamaica and Ghana?
Well, I know that Marcus Garvey and Kwame Nkrumah were very close, and I understand that Kwame Nkrumah was inspired by Garvey. So there, and I know there's a Marcus Garvey Foundation here. So it's very we're the same people, and so we're just kind of continuing the Pan African theme. Um, yeah, so the connections are strong. Ghanaians in Jamaica look Jamaican until people speak. Um, yeah, so the connection is very strong. The food, the culture, the music. Um, in terms of the history, um, mm, so I understand that. So I went to the Abri Mountains and I was speaking to some elders there, and they were telling me um, that a lot of Africans were taken to Jamaica from there, and they're from Abri Mountains, and then they were indoctrinated in Jamaica into the Christian religion, and then the missionaries went to Jamaica and brought there because they wanted to indoctrinate the Africans in the Abri Mountains, but it was harder because they were white. And so the connection wasn't there. So what they did was they went to Jamaica, not sure about any other Caribbean islands, and they brought the Jamaicans back to say, come and teach the Ghanaians, Christianity. I mean, for heaven's sake. Yeah, so there's that unfortunate connection and historical thing that went on. But yeah, we're sorry.
If you have a question that you think I should have asked you but I never asked you, what would be that question?
What's the healthcare like in Ghana?
Okay, so how is the healthcare in Ghana for you?
Um, Again, just like the religion was brought to us, Western medicine was also brought to us. So, unfortunately, what I've seen is it's taken over as the main form of healthcare. Western medicine. So we know Western medicine is generally about keeping us well enough, not healing us, but keeping us well enough, so that we keep taking the medication and keep the pharmaceuticals, happy. So the healthcare in Ghana has gone that way, which is unfortunate. However, if you look and if you go to the villages, you're going to find people who are practicing herbal medicine. Because we are the ones that brought medicine to the planet. So how can we be looking to something that came after us for answers and healing? We have it, just like the religion.
If you have a message for Jamaicans out there, if you have a message for the diaspora out there, what would be that message?
What would be the message? Well, One Africa has to be our theme. As Nkrumah said, and look at where we are. In the Museum. One Africa. No matter where we are, where we live, which African country we're in, which Caribbean country we are in, we have to fight for the motherland because we are as strong as the motherland is. So because there's nothing like being in a place where you're not wanted, and then the idea that there's nowhere to run to or to go home to is an awful feeling. So the idea that Africa is not the place where we should come to for refuge and solace is a lie. So if we make Africa united, strong, and just use the principles, the African principles, the laws of Ma'at, if we follow those and build Africa politically, economically, socially, respect the different cultures, different languages that we have, and it doesn't make us separate. It makes it a beautiful connection that we have. So we have to build the motherland. That would be my thing.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining Epic Awards. It was so amazing time with you, educating us. Let me know in the comment section if you want her back on the YouTube channel again. She was feeling shy. She was, oh my god, trust me. But the way she's flowing, she'll be like, oh, I wanted to be in this. Like, trust me. But anyway, I really appreciate your time with Epic Awards. I really appreciate, and they also appreciate you. So,
Thank you.
real quick, what do you do?
I'm a psychotherapist.
Okay. All right. So she will do that for you. So go and check it out. All right. Thank you. Can we do this?
Okay.
Peace out. Blessings.
One Africa. Oh, One Africa.
One Africa. We do this. One Africa. Yeah. Sure. All right.